All right, welcome back to Mars Duster. Speaking of dust, we appear to have some sort of storm-esque front going on, which is obviously a bit of a problem. Also, we are about to have some issues with mechanical parts. Now, let's get this rocket off the ground as soon as this dust storm is done, and we need to start getting these water extractors online, because this water source is going to run out somewhere in the very near future, which is obviously a bad thing. So let's take a look here. Population-wise, oh dear lord, the sanity of our colonists in this dome is just terrible. We also should probably add... We have 0 mechanical parts, so that's an issue. Which means that we can't upgrade all these wind turbines. Can we just... is there any way for us to, like, mass select stuff? No. But we do want to upgrade these with the polymers. So we got 38 of those, so we can just... do some upgrades on these so that at least we can generate some additional power, which I know is going to be a problem somewhere in the very near future because we're not generating nearly enough of that. Also, there was a patch. All of a sudden now we can scan a lot more territory, which is rather nice. So let's get all these territories scanned out and see if we can find some anomalies to take a look at. Maybe some breakthroughs. That would be nice. Let's take a look at our technology as well to see where we are at and what we're doing. So gravity engineering, we don't need massive domes right now. We don't need these right now. So let's just skip these for now. What we do need is CO2 jet propulsion. Factory amplification also, but CO2 jet propulsion is pretty important right now, and then we're just going to go down the line of all these smaller techs as well. Why do we want CO2 propulsion? Mainly so that we can get resources from our central area over to somewhere a little bit more useful, which is clearly a problem right now. And there's also nobody working in the factory. Let's increase the... Oh, good dear lord, we are completely out of resources here. That is worrying, to say the least. Also, all of our scientists have decided to work in the space bar for some reason. Okay, so you're going to work in the lab now. Let's take a look here. Do we have any... There's all geologists and engineers. So we got one engineer. You don't... You're stressed out. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Okay, these are now upgraded with the updated...
We have an oxygen shortage.
An oxygen shortage? What? How did that happen? Oh, okay, I see what the problem is.
We have an oxygen shortage.
All right, let's get this rocket off the ground. The founder, Emilia Ivanova, has gotten the alcoholic trait. That's unfortunate. Okay, so... We're just getting the metals over here. Am I missing anything? That's quietly confident. He's just hanging out. He's just chilling all by himself. Of course, I'm not assuming the gender of this drone. You know, it's just a little bit more convenient as of right now. All right, so let's go and get you over here. And then get you to pick up metals over here. And then drop them off over here so that we at least can get some metal out of this. Okay, so... Everything seems to be back online. We're going to need to replace this dome somewhere in the near future. Mainly because it's overlapping this deep water deposit. And we're going to need that deep water deposit at some point in the near future. Which is going to be rather important, to say the least. We can shut off these ones. That's taken care of. And we got this drone hub that needs to be put online. But this is all outside of a... rover area. Also, we need more places to dump our goods here, so that we can get rid of all of this stuff. We also need a universal depot here, just so that we can get enough materials to get all this stuff online. Let's just queue up more water extractors just in case already. There we go. So then we can at least wire all this stuff up efficiently later on. We just need to get this drone hub online, and that's going to be a challenge. But like I said, this drone hub needs to, this dome needs to go. It's too small anyway, and it's overlapping with this deep water deposit, which we need So that is an issue. And we can't build another dome over here because the dumping site's in the way. So that is unfortunate. We could salvage the dumping site and move it somewhere else, say in the middle over here, because there's not much that's going on with that. Oh, good lord, our power is in a pickle. How much concrete do we have? Well, we got enough. We got a decent amount of metals.
We have a power shortage.
Okay, so you're currently driving.
We have a power shortage.
Yes, I'm aware of the power issues. Thank you. How much fuel do we have? 233. We'll turn off the polymer factory for now. Let's get the... Okay, so... The domes... Okay, so there's currently no power to these drone hubs. Let's get this online.
We have a power shortage.
Oh, this is such a delight. Power shortages all over the shop. We do have enough metal, though, so we could try to finagle a couple more... solar panels. Like, it's not going to be a great way of supplementing our power supply, especially considering we are at night right now. Okay. We could upgrade our Moxies. How much does that cost? 5 polymer. We got 23. Okay, so this one needs to be updated. And this one
Funding
as well.
Received.
Okay, we got money. Let's immediately pause and let's get a rocket from Earth immediately with those desperately needed machine parts. Maybe some polymers as well. And the rest are just all going to be drones because we need more drones on the ground. I can also see that this small dome is going to cause problems with our food supply in the
Sector scanned.
future.
Anomaly found.
As I find out an anomaly, that's nice. How are we doing with the CO2 jet propulsion? That's good. So we want to build a CO2 jet propulsion system right around here so that they can start moving materials around to where it needs to go, obviously. So let's get you set up. We got 31 new metals in a sector that we've just scanned. It's a decent amount, so let's get a fresh metal depot up and running over there. Okay, so...
Research complete.
CO2 jet propulsion, good. 15 polymers, 10 electronics, and a bunch of other stuff. We'll put them right next to one of the fuel dumps, so we can get materials around very quickly. So that's our goal here anyway. So right now we're just waiting for the rocket to come back.
Resources are low.
Yeah. Machine parts, metals, polymers, I am aware. Let's put the thing back online then. Okay, so we have automation, but we don't have factory optimization, which increases output by 25%, I want to say. What's the thing there? 25%, but increases power consumption quite significantly. And all these guys are currently offline because we do not have enough mechanical parts as of right now. Plus, our future water supply may cause some serious problems as well. Right now, with 3,800 water out of a possible 9,000. Now, that may sound like a lot, but it's gonna go quite rapidly. And we don't know yet what our storyline mission is going to be. And
meteor shower
depending on what it's going to be, it may cause some serious problems. Okay, so all of this stuff is online. Do I need to do anything special here? We got a school. Do we have enough resources?
Are low.
Yes, machine parts, I'm aware. We will fix this soon. Okay, so you're already set. So let's get these resources picked up ASAP and
anomaly analyzed.
Bring them back in. New
There's
text.
more to the barren environment.
Behavioral melding, holographic scanning, resilient architecture, the Martian network, and triboelectric scanning. Those are fairly advanced. Behavioral melding is kind of good. So replaces some flaws with random perks, which is a sanatorium upgrade, which is kind of nice. Waste lock liquefaction, also very good, but we don't have enough drones to deal with that. Resilient architecture is amazing, but we need to wrap up all these lower tier technologies first in order to take care of that. Dust repulsion is going to be very useful for our solar panels. Once those are in place, we just need to get these friggin' wind turbines up and running. 2 polymers is just not going to be enough. So what we'll be doing is we'll be shuttling people back and forth quite rapidly right now as soon as this rocket arrives. Just so that we can get our initial economy back online. Okay, our sanity seems to be okay-ish for the moment. Okay. Okay, give me the rocket. Give me the rocket. There you are. Okay, so the rocket will land. Okay, we don't have enough polymer right now. What's in this rocket anyway? Very little gravitas.
Colonists are departing.
Oh no, a colonist is leaving. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully it wasn't my celebrity. Let's take a look. Nope, our celebrities are still good. That's fine. But we got additional drones now. As soon as a rocket takes off, they'll be redistributed. We just need to get our
There are Earth-sick
factories
colonists.
back online. So let's set some priorities here. Just to make sure that people are going to be working in those. So machine part factory is creating 5 a day. Right now we need 1.5 a day, but with a production of 4, that should be okay. Same thing with electronics. Polymers obviously is a significant bottleneck. There we go. Finally. We got some shuttles moving around. What are you guys doing? You are moving. Okay, how will we... Oh, God. No exports, please. Okay, so just get the last machine parts out, and then we'll get our power back online. Okay, let's get the fuel refineries back online, because the CO2 shuttles are going to generate quite a lot of
resources are low.
Use of materials. Okay, so 43 machine parts. This rocket is empty and ready for takeoff. Oh, what's this? Launch anyway. Yeah, it's seeing the exports, but that's fine because the exports will just be exported, obviously. There we go. I tried to salvage the rocket. It ain't working, fam. So that's an issue. Okay, so the next thing that's going to happen is, I believe, factory amplification, which we're going to need for our machine part factory and our electronics factory. Electronics factory, which I usually consider the bottleneck, is actually doing quite well in terms of productivity. But as our colony grows, our food production is going to increase quite rapidly as well. What are you guys bringing? Metals to the drone hub. That's metal. Okay, so all of this stuff has been salvaged. So let's start doing a little bit of cleanup here and there. So these are all empty. Where is the... Do I have one over here? Yes, this one's empty. This one's empty. Anything else? Alright, we need to go and find some more metals. There are metals over here? Yes, there are. Okay, so let's go drive our rover over here. How much power does it have? It's at 50%, so that's doable. 16 metal in the pipe. In the pipe. 5x5. There's a reference and a half. It's from Aliens. It's if you've ever played any of the Blizzard games, such as, I don't know, StarCraft, you should have probably heard that term by now. How are we doing on water? 3.3. Okay. That should be fine for now. So you get a little bit more metal in there. So our shuttles, we got currently 3 shuttles that are idle. That means that are not dropping anything off. Materials should be brought to places where they are needed. So once these drones are ready to build this thing, they should automatically detect that they need resources for the water extractors. Because nothing is in range of this, obviously, right now. Oh god, these water extractors are using so many things. And I don't want to build more dumping sites over here because we're going to need that for space later on to start mining these minerals. Malfunctioning cables. I don't really care. Okay, the geologists are doing fine. The rocket is almost home, as in home Earth, not home Mars. 233 food being produced. So right now it takes 5 souls to grow potatoes. Soybeans also cost 5 souls. And they increase productivity. And then we got cover crops. But with a soil quality of 90, that should be enough for now. Okay, so there's another anomaly over here. How's the fuel on this bad boy? Not very good. Okay, so let's just charge you back up. And you are going to be collecting polymers.
Funding received.
Ooh, what? Only 154 million? That's not a lot. Okay, so let's get some people down here. What do we need, actually? Geologists, right? Yeah. So right now, we got 18 matching colonists. Let's review, shall we? Party animal, hypochondriac, and rugged. Sure. A sexy, religious, melancholic. Sure. Gambler, party animal, coward. No, thank you. Whiner, workaholic, gambler. Enthusiast, hypochondriac. Gambler. Alcoholic. Vegan. A hydroponic vegan. Not only does he bitch constantly about his health, but he also claims that he's not eating meat all the time. Or any animal products for that matter. A religious loner. Those are the ones you need to watch out for. Especially the German ones. Sexy coward. A sexy coward. Remember the TV show Dungeons and Dragons? Like the cartoon from the 80s? You had this one character who was a coward all the time. I wouldn't not necessarily say that they were sexy, but you get the general gist here. A loner geologist. Good, you can sit in the mine. Yeah, I kind of do need this gambler hypochondriac. That's not how you say hypochondriac, but whatever. Hypochondriac. Thank you. Thank you. It's a good thing that we got somebody on the floor here. What's up with these gamblers? Sexy. Yes. Where are you from? I'm going to say Hungary or Bulgaria. White, green, and red. Vexology was never really my strong point. Workaholic. A gamer. We don't really need gamers. I need 2 more. Workaholic. Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool. Well, the rocket is now on its way. We're going to go and fill up the rock in a hard place so we can get more metals. Maybe just another victim as well, just for the additional people to work in the machine part factory as well as the electronics factory. But I think this one's pretty much full. Yeah. We're also going to need to move all of our electronics production from a small dome to either a medium dome or a large dome. Same thing with our machine parts. We're going to need to scale this up quite significantly. Like, we only need 9 people to work in a machine parts factory, which is fine. We can squeeze 32, I believe, 24 inside of an apartment complex. So we can, with one apartment complex, we could run 2.5 machine parts factories. So with a medium or even a mega dome, we could scale that up quite significantly. So that's good. All right, so
Sector scanned.
Okay, 19. That's good. And because of the CO2 scrubbers, okay, just give me a little bit more. That's metals. Because of the CO2 propulsion systems, we can very effectively build quite a lot of resources because there are areas that the drones won't go to, but the CO2 jets will. That was a meteor strike somewhere. How are we doing on concrete? Yeah, it's more than enough. So quietly confident. You need to charge, buddy. There we go. Like, this medium dome is fine. We're going to need to build another medium dome here maybe, but we should probably get some more concrete out of this area if we can. So let's just do it like this if we... Yes, okay, and then one more over here. That's going to increase our power consumption, which by itself may sound a little bit risque, but...
Anomaly found.
Okay, anomaly found. Oh, those are the asteroid impacts. Okay, that's fine. So, an RC Explorer to analyze the anomaly. That could be anything, like a tech breakthrough or an inspiring vista or anything like that, so... Alright, cool. Let's get these water productions online. Okay, so water we've got a pretty significant amount of now, thankfully. So that's good. It looks like our new colonists are also here. We need to be a little bit strategic about this. Because they'll all need to unload food, obviously, as well. Low. How about you? Low. Low. We got a couple of drones not doing anything. So let's just move you over here.
New colonists have arrived.
Okay. 12 colonists. There they are. Playing. Oh, there's no playing areas over here. We should probably fix that. Let's build a garden. Let's build a stone garden. And then a statue of me, your glorious overlord. Alright, cool. So our mines are now working properly. So we're just waiting for factory amplification. But nobody's working in the labs.
Until today, the only
500 million funding.
Find Ice-15 outside of a lab was on an icy planet or a moon. And here we find it on Mars.
Ice-15, unlikely that it's on Mars, because that's something that you would find in a Jovian environment. For you to know what a Jovian environment means, that's a gas giant like Jupiter, hence the term Jovian.
Research complete.
It does not mean that it's jovial, but that would also be cool if that was the case. Let's upgrade the factories. Okay, so playing needs to be taken care of. We got our sanatorium here as well. We're trying to take the gamblers, alcoholics, and gluttons out of the pipeline. But I'm actually really happy with this asteroid storm or meteor storm, whatever you want to call it, because it does generate anomalies for us to.
Found.
As he says, another anomaly pops up, and it also creates a field for our rovers to do stuff, as in pick up more metals, which is, of course, very metal. See what I did there? I made a metal joke. I was gonna say it was very clever, but it really wasn't. Okay, so dumping sites. Let's get these dumping sites going. Because because all the waste rock that this generates, I'm not really a big fan of the waste rock system. Because it just generates just so much use of our drones. Okay, so all of these guys are up and running.
Sector scanned.
Okay, so the rocket is ready to take off. How are we doing on rare metals? That's fine.
Anomaly found.
Oh, another one. Oh wow, this meteor storm is just the storm that keeps on giving. Alright, cool. So I'm not gonna send in the rover into the site of the meteor storm, although it's a dust devil. For obvious reasons. Okay, so there's some metals. 34 over here. Okay, this seems to be doing fine. Let's get one more dumping site going. Eventually, all those dumping sites will be removed anyway because of the waste rock liquefaction process.
Resources are low.
And hopefully I've got enough drones by then to take care of all that stuff. We're low on metals. 41. That's unfortunate. Let's turn on a different radio station. The official Mars channel. There we go. Some soothing tones from the Martian server. I was actually playing some City Skylines the other day, and it turns out they released a music pack, which is a jazz radio station manned by Jazz Boatman, which is a Paradox Interactive in-joke. They did a trailer for a game called Leviathan Warships years ago, and the trailer, I think they spent like $500 on it because the voice artist basically did it from his bedroom as he woke up in the morning, and he was also the trailer editor for it. And basically what happened was the video got over 1 million views and won awards, which is kind of funny. Go and look it up. Leviathan Warships, a Jazz Boatman. It's quite the trailer. Okay, so let's get some metals on board here. But yeah, Jazz Boatman's now been added to City Skylines. I wouldn't be surprised if he is also gonna pop up on Mars at some point. I'm actually really happy about our electronics at the moment, considering we are generating quite a lot of it. And because of that, I'm going to celebrate by building a Martian university. So that we can reschool all of our talentless hacks into people that we actually need. How are we doing fuel-wise? 188. Okay, fuel consumption is 10, but we're producing 24. That's good. Okay, so all water seems to be fine. Okay, so this is all upgraded. So overall, oh good lord, we've already pumped 1,000 out of it. And this one's fairly low as well, so... That's good, but this is going to be a problem. We're going to need to remove this dome to another spot. That's our very first dome, by the way. And basically, the big problem is obviously we don't... Our rare metal extractor is a problem. I've never been listening to this radio channel. It's very... It has a very... I want to say... Blade Runner 2049 feel to it. This is also a good spot for our dome, by the way. It's still in range of the metals, the rare metals. Even though this is only 328. But it just means that we need to move a couple of things around and then move our population into the other dome. So that is still good. And then later on we can build a mega dome, potentially here, to take care of these underground metals over here. And then electronics factory and other larger stuff over there.
Sector scanned. Anomaly found.
Ooh, another anomaly. Let's go and check it out. Now these anomalies over here will just generate us additional science, which will obviously just boost our science, which is good. Compact passenger module is going to be great as well, because it will boost our speed when it comes to getting those resources. Or at least those resources, as in people. Like Soyon Green is people. Martian-born strength is nice. I do want to get atomic accumulator. Or a smart home. And the smart home is really nice for the megadomes. Okay, so... You guys not collecting anything? There's nothing here? Or is this all gone now? Okay. 26. So... Let's get you bad boys over here. Get a metal depot up and running. And then start collecting these metals. So we should be generating a fair amount of metals every day from our mines. So that's good. Alright. So, okay, so right now... What are you guys doing? That's a polymer? Oh, no, that's... No, that's definitely metal. Okay, okay, so there's some metal over here. We're just waiting for the rover to show it up. No fixed abode indeed. Okay, how we're doing here. Overall, the comfort seems to be fairly high. Plus, the sanatorium seems to be working.
Anomaly analyzed.
There's more to the barren
Martian
environment.
festivals and plasma cutters. Plasma cutters, if I am not entirely mistaken... Rare metal extractor production increased by 50%, but for 18,000 research, we are nowhere near that sort of setup. How we're doing population-wise here? Okay, let's get some couple more of these idiots to Mars. Engineers, botanists, medics, scienticians, security we don't need right now. Flaws we are going to downvote on all of them, and we have 12 exactly. Composed, hippie, religious, workaholic, survivor, survivor, vegan, gamer, rugged, vid, workaholic. These are all great. Rugged, nerd, survivor, party animal, nerd, and gamer. Let's bring you to Mars. How we're doing on our water right now? Okay, 2,300. And this one is at 6,000. There's another one over here that we could potentially tap into, but that's still fairly far away. which is a bit concerning. But because, you know, we need to tap into this large water supply down here. There's no other choice. Where on earth are my scientists? Scientists, where are you? Why are you not... You're working in the infirmary. Who told you to do that? You're working in a space bar. I got a PhD in astrophysics. What do you do for a living? I weigh tables.
Research complete.
Low G fungi. We're never going to use it. We're just using it for the evaluation period at 100 souls, which is coming up. Anyway, we're going to wrap up the episode here. A lot of stabilization after that initial sandstorm today. We got enough machine parts for the moment, but we definitely want to scale up that production, because right now we're not producing nearly enough. And that is something we're going to need to work on. Maybe move the scientists from the dome or something like that. Something along those lines, maybe. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We got space over here to put scientists here. So... yeah, we got enough colonist space as well. Alright, we're going to do that next time. We're going to move some of the scientists over towards the Rock and a Heart place. And make them work in the labs over there. And then put an additional habitat in this building. Although, how to... oh, wow, we've got more than enough space for... okay. Alright, we'll just land the ship here. Okay, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take good care of yourselves as well as each other.